Give me Jim, Bob, Bill. Give me that. Don't give me the minority, because as far as I'm concerned, anybody that looks like me or identifies as somebody who would be a DEI hire, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Y'all got a chip on y'all shoulder that I personally do not have the brain power to deal with. So as far as I'm concerned, hand me to the nearest white man. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? I'm Quisha King Benton. Welcome to the Quisha King Show. White folks, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. What I'm about to show you is something that Black folks have been dealing with for a very long time, particularly with the older population of Black Americans. So if you're like 60 and over, you belong in this category if you're Black. Older Black Americans are stuck in the 60s. They really think that today is just as bad, and some even say worse than in like the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So this is, I'm going to play you this TikTok video that I came across. This woman is talking about corporate and how she hates to get a Black supervisor or manager. Take a look, and we got some talking to do.
My manager, my direct supervisor is going to be a minority, babe. Keep that DEI hire and keep that job offer too. I prefer to work under white men, okay? White, middle-aged, men with a family, AARP eligible, the ones that got the AAA, the ones that eat off the IHOP 55 plus menu, you know what I mean? The Medicare eligible ones. Give me that. Give me that. Because as far as I'm concerned, the minorities, they like to make you pay back the dues that they had to pay in 1987 when they first got their job as the model minority. And
that is exactly right. And when these 1980 hires were all coming in, they were coming in, a lot of them under affirmative action and not from merit. So they were already insecure in their own jobs. And so don't you be some little young, smart, Black person coming up in here thinking you're about to challenge them. This is something that a lot of Black Americans have to deal with. And quiet as it's kept, Black people have been talking about this thing for a very long time. Not only Black do we prefer not to work to be managed by someone Black, but especially not a woman. That's a whole other conversation. And a Black woman at that. Black Americans in general, older Black Americans particularly, have been brainwashed into believing that because that your skin color literally tells you who you are or who you're not. If you're white, you're bad. If you're Black, you're good. Like that is the mentality of a lot of these people. So they don't even give you're Black coming in their head, Black is bad. So they're not going to even give you a fair shot. On top of that, now you got to battle the insecurities and all kinds of other things. It's a lot. Black people got it. It's a lot.
And they want to make sure that you have to do it too. Meanwhile, white man, he sees me, he goes, yep, let me give you this special project. What do you need? What's going to advance your career? How can I help you? None of the passive aggressiveness, none of the micromanaging, none of that extra shit, right? Give me Jim, Bob, Bill. Give me that. Don't give me the minority, because as far as I'm concerned, anybody that looks like me or identifies as somebody who would be a DEI hire, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. Y'all got a chip on y'all shoulder that I personally do not have the brain power to deal with. So as far as I'm concerned, hand me to the nearest white man. Thank you.
Point blank and period. This is not, see, what you're going to have to do is divorce yourself from thinking white, bad, Black, good. The older people, they think that the new Black person coming in is just as unqualified as they were. That's why they have a problem. The older Black person who's managing you, who wants to give you a hard time, they they think that you are just as unqualified as they were. So they have all these second guesses in their mind. You're like, no, baby, no. Like, I earned my way here. Okay. And then check this out. If they are dealing with a white person or a non-black person, they treat them totally different. They treat them totally it is the weirdest thing. And then they'll make up in their head like, "Oh yeah, I got to do that because I don't want them to, they can call a man on me." You know what I'm saying? They have people be making up all types of types of crazy foolishness. But don't take my word for it. There's another young lady who was saying the same thing.
This video triggered me because I want so badly for her to be wrong. My very own lived experience is that the two people who were responsible for my career literally launching off the platform were named Corey and Phil. And yes, they were. If you're asking me what they were, go back and watch her video. But yep, they were. And when I tell you special projects, temporary assignments, mentoring, everything that I needed to move forward in my career, the leaps and bounds that I took were when I was underneath a Corey and a Phil. And that is what it is.
Another woman now, and she's got check out the she's got the African earrings, and she's all she's obliquity, as we would call, but she can recognize that. Now if you ask her some other questions, I'm probably sure she would say that America's racist and all that kind of stuff, but at least she can see some reality. Okay, at least she can see and acknowledge that white people have not been her enemy. And we need to stop this idea that white people are the enemy when they're not bothering you. We need to do some self-reflecting. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this. I thought that this was, again, it's like being sick and tired of, now we got ghetto, corporate ghetto. Corporate ghetto, you can't get along with nobody, can't get along with black folks. And you're willing to grovel and just be a complete mat for white folks because you think that they're racist and they're going to call a man on you. These are my thoughts. Let me know what you think about what I think in the comment section below. I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.